the hell are we doing over here? Holy shit, is this a Movie Dojo?
What's going on, all you samurai assassins out there? Fat Samurai Guy is here with Lady Fat Blood, and welcome to another episode of the Movie Dojo, where we discuss martial arts cinema and action films. Today in the dojo, we are going to review The Night Comes for Us. Here's a quick plot synopsis. A gangland enforcer is caught amidst a treacherous and violent insurrection within his triad crime family upon his return home from a stint abroad. Now we're gonna give you the good, we're gonna give you the bad, we're gonna give you the badass. First up, the good.
So, sometimes, when you have films, especially martial arts films, you get your deep down nitty gritty, like intricate and elaborate story, like The Raid 2. Where you get all these characters, all these little subplots, all these little nuances, all these little twists and turns, and you get this 2 hours plus runtime of just amazing storytelling, and it's satisfying and it's great to watch. And then sometimes all you need is a simple, basic story that you've heard a million times before, you've seen it a million times before, but framed in the right fashion, shot in the right fashion. It gets the job done, and it's fun to watch, and that is what I feel we got with this film. You get your basic setup, you get the gangster with who ends up kind of having a heart of gold. Mm-hmm. You can question his motives for why he chose to save the little girl. Basically, his gang has decimated this entire village, leave no witnesses and all that good stuff. And they're about to kill this little girl after she's just watched her parents getting gunned down. And he, at the last minute, decides, nope, not gonna happen. And he shoots every last member of his gang.
Yeah, his own men.
Yeah. And he runs off with the girl and runs into and flees into hiding. Betraying
the 6 C's.
Right.
Run by the amazing Sonny Pang, who is slowly becoming one of my favorite actors. Because if you notice back in Headshot, you know, he was just ice cold. You know, and this one he's like, hey man, talking to Eco, you know, he's like, hey, look at this, see all this motherfucker? Oh, this is yours, you know what I'm saying? It's all yours. Just do what you need to do.
Right.
Kill your best friend, you know, kill Joe Teslam, kill him, take him out. You good.
Right. And also, again, peppered throughout, you've got a couple of characters here and there that we get introduced to, Joe being one of them. Joe Taslim being one of them.
Great job in the movie. He does a fantastic job.
I found it interesting. He has this kind of like ex-girlfriend that he takes the little girl to, and I wasn't really sure how their relationship was going to work out at first. I was like, oh god, are they going to have this forced reconciliation, and it's going to be like, oh, now that they're like this surrogate family to each other, and I'm like, I hope they don't, and they didn't. So I was like, okay, I can live with that. She kind of just exits the film at one point also.
Yeah.
But his friends that he calls in, let's talk about them,
his
especially one in particular who
my favorite,
who at first was presented as this really irritating junkie.
That
you thought was useless.
White boy Bobby.
Come to find out, he's fucking awesome.
Yes. I was like, this fool. I was like, this dude. He's got like 1 foot. And the more he killed people to defend and help protect that little girl, I was cheering, man. I was like, oh shit, we're still going.
Yeah. And we didn't get a whole lot of time with them.
No.
Again, like character-wise, this is very basic.
Yeah.
This is very by the numbers, you know, get a couple of lines out with a little bit of backstory and exposition to get to know who these people are. Nothing elaborate. But it gets the job done, and I was actually kind of feeling a little sad.
I know.
By the time
for White Boy Bobby.
By the time these guys had their demise, because it's like, oh man, they really tried. It's like they seem like such secondary characters, but by God, they fought tooth and nail. And bled and bled and bled and bled.
Yeah.
And I really ended up liking them. They had to die because
Yeah.
that's what you do in these types of films.
I thought White Boy Bobby was going to die like immediately.
Yes, especially with
when he
how,
kept going, I was cheering.
especially with how destroyed he got as time went on. Like the more and more damage he took, it was like, oh my god, it's like a video game where you just, or it's like Lord of the Rings, Sean Bean, where you just keep getting the arrows in the chest and you're still fighting and all this shit.
It's awesome.
He's the Black Knight where he gets your arms off. No, it's not. It's tis but a flesh wound.
Tis but a flesh wound.
Exactly. So anyway.
So yeah, definitely, like you said, we don't really get a long time with each character, but the performances from everyone is pretty well done. Even the little girl acted well. I mean, she barely had maybe like 2 lines.
Yeah.
Even she did a really good job. 'Cause remember, child actors, man, child actors, 70% of the time usually suck.
And I really.
Sorry, I have to be honest here.
Oh, God,
and they can ruin a movie.
Everybody knows.
But she was, her little stabbing.
Oh my god, that was the cutest
most
fucking thing.
The most adorable stabbing attack ever.
She's been terrified for most of this film with good reason, and they have this moment where she has to fight for her life because the people that are fighting for her are starting to die, obviously, and she has this moment where it's just it's like.
I was like, yes, get him.
Yes.
A lot of fun, memorable characters in this film, especially the lesbian tag team of death. They were fun, especially at the end when we had the little finale throwdown girl fight with the one lesbian tag team member with the white hair or the light hair, and she spoke French. When she walked in that room and looked around before she fought Julie, and she just looked randomly on the wall and saw a cross. And she just walked up to the cross and slowly turned the cross upside down before she, went for the kill. I was like, yes! So we have a very interesting story. Like you said, we have seen similar stories like this before. That's perfectly fine. Like I've always said on this channel that I will never ever get tired of revenge films. It's the same thing over and over, but I'll never get tired of it. That's just how it is.
As long as it's done well.
Yeah, as long as it's done well and it's badass and it's awesome, I'm always there. Another highlight of the film that we really enjoyed was the cinematography of the movie was really well done. Some shots and the way the movie looked was reminding me of Drive, and especially with the lighting, and especially with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is really also top notch in this movie. The music, the score, is really top notch, and also reminded me of Drive a little bit. Kind of had that synthesized feel to it, but it was very well done. So we just have one half of the Mo brothers directing this film. They both did Headshot in previous films, but we just have Timo this time around. But again, he did a great job. I really like the scene transitions between some of the shots. Was really cool, man. Like you have Eco walking into this building, kind of slash warehouse, almost like a gym,
It's
almost
kind of like a converted hideout.
Yeah.
Where they can just hang out and chill and just do whatever they want to do to waste time in between heists. I don't know.
Right, and they segue that into a flashback sequence where you kind of see Joe Taslim kind of being the ringleader, because from the beginning up to that point, you don't really know that much about him or his past yet, but you're kind of rooting for him because he's protecting the little girl. You know what I mean? And he's searching for redemption because of his past, because of all the people he killed. Yeah. He's had enough of it. So again, I really like that flashback sequence because they kind of show Joe wasn't all roses here, man. He kind of buried his buddies, especially White Boy Bobby.
Yeah.
He buried his buddies in deeper into the triads, trying to earn his way into the 6 C's. And you have Joe kind of almost getting a fight with White Boy Bobby, and it's just arguing back and forth, and then you see Eco come in, and then he kind of settles things, and he kind of meets up with Joe a little bit later, and they have a really good conversation, and you could see the ambition on Eco's face. It's almost like his character had way more ambition than Joe. And after that really good flashback sequence with the actors, we have a segue of Eco standing up in real time, watching everything unfold. And that was really good directing, really good scene transitions there.
Yeah.
And now for the bad.
As is tradition, we have to warn you, some people might have issues with the end of this film. Namely because it's not a happy ending.
Yeah.
There's a particular character played by Julie Estelle, who is Indonesia's resident badass.
Yes, we are fans.
Who, in the middle of her fight with the lesbians of death, got her finger cut almost off.
I think it came off.
Well, no,
Yeah.
it was dangling
Okay,
by a thread,
okay.
and she pulls it off and continues fighting.
Yeah.
Because she can.
Yeah.
And her character in particular, she was intriguing, but now I don't know if this was because of maybe a translation issue. I don't know. Maybe they were doing this on purpose. Her character, you get very, very, very little on her.
Yeah.
You might even say, what is she doing in this film? What are her motivations? Why does she do what she does? You think she's working with the 6 C's, but at the same time, she's working against them in her own way. Her own way.
Why is she not killing Joe? Why is she not killing the little girl?
Yeah, and again, this could have been just chalked up to a translation issue. Maybe the subtitles were not quite what they needed to be to tell the story properly. Maybe that's just what they did in the story deliberately, because we've heard a rumor that this might be part of a trilogy. Now, we don't know if that's for sure or not, and if that is the case, apparently her character is going to be getting a little more spotlight in the next film.
If there's a sequel and this comes to fruition, maybe we'll get more backstory on her character. But as of right now,
if that's the
not
case,
so much.
If that's the case, obviously all the problems that we had with her character in this film are going to go away. But as it stands right now, her character's a little, what are we doing here? But that's something. Sometimes I can just let things go, depending on the rest of the film.
This is a nitpick, really.
Some people might have issues with the gore.
Boo!
This is probably, for me,
go watch Mile 22.
This is, from my experience, probably one of the most gory, bloody, violent martial arts films I've ever seen, and that includes Rikyo. Rikyo is more over the top insane, but in terms of like realistic, brutal, gory.
Yeah, this is one of the most extreme, violent action martial arts films I've seen in a long time.
And you can chalk that up to one half of the Mo brothers doing a lot of horror films, or at least doing their fair share of pretty graphic horror films. I personally loved it. I love my gore. I don't care what kind of a genre it's in. If it's within context of the film and it makes sense, give me gore.
Yes.
This was more violent and more gory than the Raid films.
I think so, yes.
Which I think,
in terms of gore, yes.
In terms of gore, and I think that might throw some people off. I think Bone Tomahawk.
Boo!
Bone Tomahawk is a really good example of mixing genres to the detriment of some people. With Bone Tomahawk, if you're going in for a Western, you might not want to see somebody getting slit from balls to neck. You might not want to see that. In this, some people going in for a straightforward martial arts action film might not want to see people getting their heads bashed in and more and blood spurting out, brain matter spurting out of the head wound.
Yes.
You might not want to see that. I'm just letting you.
It's fun.
Just letting you know that.
Boo.
Again, this is something that we mentioned. The love interest.
Yeah.
She disappears from the film. I personally thought it was fine.
No problem with it. You know why? You know why? I mean, some people might have a problem with it.
Some people might.
They'd be like, well, what was the whole point of introducing this love interest and she never came back? We never saw her again, so you wasted our time. I can kind of understand it a little bit, but I didn't have a problem with it because it delved into Joe's past a little bit more, and I'm fucking tired of seeing fucking forced love interests just thrown in movies just to throw it in there. And then you know what's gonna happen. Do you know if they went the typical trope? You know what's gonna happen? She was gonna, I'm not gonna get on the train. I'm gonna come run back to Joe and be there for him. And then get in the fucking way and then get killed.
Or kidnapped.
Yes.
Which means the hero has to go after her and then he gets himself killed or something like that.
Realistically, I was happy that she got on the train and got the fuck out.
As was I.
Yes, because she's just gonna get in the way. She's gonna get in the way. She's gonna die. You know? So it's just like, you might as well just go. I didn't have an issue with it. I thought it was fresh. I thought it was something new and original. Because it always happens, man. I'm gonna come back for Joe, or come back for my man. And bloop, gets shot. Oh, and then we have more drama. We ain't got time for drama. We gotta rescue and protect the girl. The little girl, gotta protect her, okay? And fuck some shit up. These bad guys need to get fucked up. Fuck this love interest. Bullshit. All right.
Aside from the score being really good, now this could very easily have been an issue with our streaming service and
Could be.
the way the audio output made it to us. Now, we watched it in what was allegedly 5.1 original language, of course.
And we have a decent sound system.
Yeah, we have a perfectly fine sound system. We don't tend to have many sound issues, but the sound mix seemed a little off on our end. We had a lot of instances where we were having to turn the volume way up so we could hear certain things, and then boom, all of a sudden it was way too loud and we had to crank it down really fast.
So, like, it could be a Netflix streaming
It could have been a
type
Netflix issue, or it could have been a sound mix issue. We'll never know until
Yeah.
we get a Blu-ray, a proper release, hopefully.
Which we will. Yeah, we will.
Hopefully
But yeah,
we will.
that was a little annoying because it was just like, oh shit, the action's about to throw down and it's all quiet.
Yeah.
But the dialogue was loud, so we turn it up because we want to hear the action. And then it was like, when they talk, it's like, ah! Yeah, but it's probably a streaming problem.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Now for the badass! Holy shit! Holy fucking shit! What?
Exactly.
Everything else, okay? The fight choreography is badass. The gunplay, badass. The fight inside the police van was fucking insane. At some point, I looked at her when we finally got a little bit of a break, and I'm like, whoo, can I take a fucking breath now? That's fucking awesome. That's when you know you get a fucking badass action movie, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, one of my big pet peeves with fight sequences in action films, and this could be just because American cinema tends to do it really horribly, is parallel fight scenes, where you've basically got Group A fighting and Group B fighting someplace else, and it's cut together to where you see it going back and forth, so that it's happening at the same time, but you know, you see them do their scene, and then they do a scene, and then they do a scene, and they do a scene.
Yeah.
And I tend to not like it because, again, it's done very horribly, it's choppy, it detracts from my attention, and usually what happens in American cinema is that Group A can fight for the most part, but Group B is really horrible.
Perfect example is Cradle to the Grave.
There you go.
Okay? We have at night, in the rain, fucking Mark Dacascos versus Jet Li, surrounded by fire. Okay? In the rain. They're getting ready to fight and throw down. And then, ooh, let's cut to the DMX fight. Are you fucking kidding me?
So luckily we didn't get any of that here. I was invested in both fights. And I think that's the point, and that's the only way that something like this is going to work is when you have some kind of emotional investment in both sets of fights. And of course, because it is one half of the Mo brothers, it's all filmed very well.
Yes.
No choppy chop shit.
No.
None of that fucking close-up shaky cam shit.
Nope.
None of that hold on a shot for 1.5 seconds shit and then cut shit. None of that shit.
No shit.
No shit. No shit. So that was just like one of my observations was that, yay, I've actually seen two fights going on at the same time that didn't piss me off, which is what it tends to do.
Yes. And anything in this fucking movie could be used as a weapon. Okay? We got a box cutter. Alright? Anything can be used. It's fucking brutal. And you know what? It scratches the fucking... See the itch? You see the itch back here? There's an itch here. Yeah. Oh, thank you. That's great. It scratches the fucking itch. Alright? Real shit is in this movie. This movie's real shit. Alright? When you talk to somebody about martial arts films, alright, and they say that their favorite martial arts movie out there is Rush Hour. Okay? Rush Hour is fun.
Rush Hour is a good...
It's fun.
It's a good training wheel film, and I'm not knocking Rush Hour.
No, it's a fun movie.
Rush Hour literally got me into the genre.
Right.
Okay?
Yes.
But that's what it is. It's a starter film. There's nothing
Yes.
wrong with it. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
But this is the real shit.
Yeah.
This is the real shit.
Yeah.
Okay? This is the shit we grew up on fucking 80s. Okay? Alright? This is the golden era of shit. Alright? John Woo movies, violent as fuck. Alright? Shaw Brothers, violent as fuck. Action, martial arts, weapons, excitement. Fuck! Through over the course of time of me watching movies in theater, okay, in American theater and cinema, movies once in a while would scratch the fucking itch. You know what I'm saying? Like when the first time, I didn't know anything about Blade. I didn't know anything about Blade. The first time I saw Blade, I was just like, oh, fuck yeah! Okay, yes! Big ass body count, action, violence, excitement, badass characters, badass villains, and then Blade 2, I was like, I don't know. I like the first Blade a lot, I don't know, but it still scratched the fucking itch. Badass villains, alright? Badass action, just badassity abounds. It scratches, just, you know what I mean? You be in the theater just watching an action movie like, yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah, fuck yeah. This movie gives you the fuck yeah, okay? Alright? And if you watch this movie and it doesn't give you the fuck yeah, then this movie, then this genre is not for you. Okay? So go out and watch your Mile 22. Okay?
Please.
Go out, watch your fucking Rush Hour 3. Okay? Enjoy safety.
Don't ever watch Rush. Watch
Go
one
watch
and two.
Shanghai Nights. Okay? Go out there and watch that shit.
Damn.
Yes.
Damn.
Yes.
Pulling out all the shit.
Because this is the real shit. Go watch Tuxedo. Okay? Go watch The Medallion.
Oh, I'm out.
Come back.
No.
Don't leave me.
Don't tell them to watch all this. What the hell are you doing?
I'm just saying.
Oh my god.
I'm just saying, okay?
Damn.
This is the real shit. All right? Excitement, action, violence, not pulling any punches, not playing it safe for the fucking movie industry. Well, maybe we should trim some of that gore, you know what I mean? Because they don't like the gore out there.
Oh, no,
Trim
no.
a little bit of that gore.
CGI blood.
Yeah, you know, put in the CGI blood, but take out the head explosion and take some of that gore out. You take some of the gore out, fuck! This is the real shit. And what made me really enjoy this film, if you can't tell already, was that while watching it, I was enjoying the movie for what it was. And I was enjoying it and having fun. And my mouth was dropping, but I was like, oh shit, they're not gonna go there, are they? Oh shit, they went there. Woohoo! And, you know, I was enjoying the film, as you know, a part of the genre. What made me enjoy this movie more and gain more points was that it was giving me good memories. It was reminding me. It was giving me I was getting the feels while watching this movie. This movie was reminding me of The Killer, John Woo's The Killer. This movie was reminding me the end fight finale, which was fucking amazing between Iko and Joe. Fucking way. I didn't even think it was gonna be that good or that long. I was like, this guy's almost dead. This is gonna be a quick fight.
Yeah.
And then no, you're getting your money's worth, buddy. And we already got our money's worth, like 20% into the film. We already got our money's worth with terms of action. But just seeing them and then the camera angles zooming up close on them and just the different camera angles during all the fight sequences and the transitions, I was getting shades of Urquidez versus Jackie Chan, okay? I was remembering shades of Killzone with Donnie Yen fighting Jackie Wu in the alleyway, and the excitement I got from that fight, seeing that for the first time. Jet Li in Fist of Legend, the end fight in that, where Jet Li fights the main villain, just seeing that for the first time, I was remembering that. The film was making me excited again. Shades of En Bak. The first time I saw En Bak with Tony Jaa, my mouth dropped. I've never seen anything like that before. And it was reminding me of those experiences for the first time. And the movie was making me fucking happy. And that's why I love this movie. All right, now it's time to rate the movie. Go. 1 out of 5.
Oh.
Ninja stars, right?
I sat through Hellfest. Okay. Now that
Different genre.
is not something I'd ever wish on anybody. Because the level of not giving a shit is just plastered on the fucking screen, and we paid to go see that in a goddamn theater where we got this one for free, which is kind of a shame because I would have paid to have gone to see this in the theater.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying I'm not...
5 times.
I'm not saying I'm not grateful for a freebie. Believe me.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can't make it out to the theater when we want to. But I'm just saying, worse things have been committed to film, and this is not one of them. Now, I do prefer a little more detailed story, hence why I gave The Raid 2 5 stars, because I fucking love that movie. I love what they did. I love the story, the characters, blah, blah, blah. You know the drill. Now, having said that, I would have given this a little bit higher had it had a more elaborate story and a more punch to the gut, like, oh, we know these characters deeply and intimately, and wow, you know, their journey and all that. But that's not what this film was trying to do. This was trying to be a simple film. Now, have we seen this done better storytelling-wise? I'm not talking about action. I'm not talking about any of that. Have we seen it done storytelling-wise a little bit better? Maybe a little bit. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Of course, it's going to happen. But again, this was supposed to be a very simple, straightforward, get in what you need to, and then just start the punches. I liked, for the most part, the pacing. I liked that it was very quick. It was very to the point. Didn't really waste too much time. If it hadn't been for the ambiguity of the Julia Estelle character, again, I would have gone a little bit higher because her thread was a little bit.
She's got beef. We just didn't really know why.
Yeah, again, we're not really sure.
But it's a nitpick.
It's a nitpick, but it was one of those things where if that had been a little bit stronger, I would have been like, oh.
Right.
So as it stands, because everything else was just, I loved it so much, and it was just so nice to see balls on an action film, on a martial arts film.
Balls.
Like, legitimate, we give a shit, the choreographers give a shit, the actors give a shit, everybody brought their A game. Everybody brought their A game acting. I can't stress that enough. We see so much shitty acting. Hellfest! Fuck you! We see so much just god-awful not giving a shit, and clearly, I'm gonna just say, I know it's not the Mo brothers, but they give a shit about the stories that they're telling. Everybody gives a shit, and when people give a shit, I give a shit. So, I'm going 4.4.
All right, woohoo! 4.4
Yeah.
out of 5 ninja stars.
Yeah.
So I hated the movie. It's shit.
It's awful.
It's all right.
You secretly love Mile 22, don't lie.
So,
We have yet to see that piece of shit film, by the way.
you know they're curious. Where's the Mile 22 review? We wanted to review it.
That will be a freebie!
But close friends of ours that we trust have told us nothing but horrible things about it. Obviously, Eagle's the best part of the film, but they said the editing is shit. And that was our fear.
What a shock!
Yeah.
God,
That was our fear.
what a shock.
Right. But Indonesia, they know what the fuck they're doing. Okay, so I don't want to hear this. Well, the night comes for us isn't as good as Citizen Kane. It's not as good as Lawrence of Arabia. Get the fuck out. Get the fuck out. Okay? You're at the wrong channel. All right? You're at the wrong channel, watching the wrong show, watching the wrong genre that clearly you don't give a shit about. Okay? So if you don't care about action films like this, if you don't like martial arts films, then what the fuck are you doing watching this? Get the fuck out! All right, so I am rating this film within its genre that it's representing, which is the fucking badass martial arts action genre. So within that genre, all right, 5 stars, son.
Damn.
5 fucking stars.
Damn.
That's right.
Wow.
That's right.
Wow.
You know why? The itch is gone. I scratched the fucking itch. So that's it for today's episode of The Movie Dojo. It feels good to be back. That's right. Future episodes will be coming.
Don't.
No, fuck it.
Don't.
No.
Oh, God.
No, even if I have to do it by myself. Which I used to do.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to say when they're coming, but future episodes will be coming. Don't worry, all right? We're bringing it back. Got to keep it rolling, all right? Before we wrap things up, I got 2 shout-outs. That's right. First up, we got Film Combat Syndicate, son. That's right. Make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube channel. I will leave information in the description box below, all right? YouTube channel, Facebook page, website, all that good stuff. It's a cool, badass website that represents the fucking genre. You know what I'm saying? All right? The real shit. It represents the real shit. And also, I'd like to give a shout out to Eric from the Asian Movie Enthusiasts. I've been watching this guy for a long time now. He's very knowledgeable on all of the genres. I mean, it's not just action, martial arts. This guy reviews drama, comedy, everything, suspense. This guy has it all right? So make sure you guys go to his channel, make sure you subscribe, and his collection's insane, okay? His collection puts mine to shame. So make sure you support Eric on YouTube, and let him know Fat Samurai Guy sent ya. So, if you guys have seen The Night Comes For Us, let us know in the comments below what you guys thought.
Yeah, some of you, there's like a small handful of you that have been asking us for this video.
A small handful.
Just a tiny little, like maybe one or two of you out there have been asking Mr. Samurai here where our review is.
We had camera issues, all right? We had issues with the camera.
Oh, that's a whole other ball of wax.
Yeah, you'll hear about that in our Halloween spoiler review vlog that we'll do one day.
Anyway.
Yes, let us know again what you guys thought about The Night. And let us know what your favorite Indonesian action film is. We'd like to thank all you guys for watching. You guys fucking rock. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.
Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe.
What?
Exactly.
Oh, shit! Oh.
Sure.
Let us know. We'd like to thank all you guys for fucking rocking. All right. We have tons of outtakes. Okay, ready? Ready? We'd like to thank all you guys for... I'm gonna say it again. Fuck! All right, ready?
You guys are fucking rocking, man.
You guys rocking, bro.
Oh, Jesus.
All right, here we go.